Leo tumekuja hapa Pwani University.
This is our third year running this campaign in the coastal region. This campaign is part of a global campaign, so it is not just happening here in Pwani University, it's happening in more than 200 countries in the world where we have our global communities.
It gives me much pleasure today to formally welcome you to Pwani University in Kilifi. I would like to congratulate you for having this particular initiative that will foster dialogue on how Wikipedia and open knowledge platforms can advance in the area of gender, in the area of cultural preservation, digital rights, especially now that we are moving towards artificial intelligence. This is something that we must embrace or basically lose out. As a way of contributing to this gender inclusivity in the age of AI, I would like to challenge, if it hasn't been done already, to basically start. I hope you have the Pwani Wikimedia. So I want you to take this day to reflect on the role of factual and reliable information in education and in the area of cultural preservation.
This year we are seeking to bridge the gender content gaps on Wikipedia and the sister projects. And when we talk about that, focusing now specifically on the issue of gender, inclusivity and AI. We are currently in the era of AI, and we realize that there is a glaring content gap in terms of women. Only 19% of biographies on Wikipedia are about women. So we want to close that gender content gap, and how we want to do it in Kenya is specifically to localize the information on Wikipedia. So you realize that most of these biographies are in English. So we want now them to be in Swahili. Hence the reason for us to be here in the coastal region, so that we can empower the community here, the students from Pwani University and from Technical University of Mombasa, as well as the media, members of the Fourth Estate. You're very, very critical in the work that we do as Wikimedians. Also with the civil society organizations. So we want to collaborate so that we can create more awareness about these gender gaps.
Ukiangalia kama kwa mambo ya wanawake Afrika, gender gap still remains a very big issue. The fact that Wikimedia has taken the component of art and feminism to use it to mainstream issues of gender inafungua nafasi kwa akina mama kuongezea sauti yao. Culture and religion continues to contribute mainly to the difficulty of the application of the gender rule. That is why platforms kama Wikimedia inasaidia kwa aspects za sensitization until women themselves wake up and take up the front line of the battlefield. We shall continue to see that yes, the Kenyan Constitution champions for the third gender rule, but practical application requires action-oriented perspectives like the one Art and Feminism is trying to bridge.
As for the government, ningependa watutembelee huko vijijini, at least waempower our wazazi, kuwafundisha that watoto wote wako equal. What I can tell our parents back there at home or other girls is that they should stand for themselves and fight for their rights.
I always say Kenya, we have some of the progressive laws on gender and what have you, including the 2/3 gender rule, which has been elusive for the last several years. Tulimwona President Ruto during his campaign manifesto. He actually said that he's going to implement the 2/3 gender rule within 120 days. It's been 3 years now. Hatujaona kitu yoyote imefanyika. And also what we're also saying is, it's not just about just gender equality for the sake of the name. It is also how we are making these spaces or this empowerment meaningful to women.